And today it's Terminator Genisys, which came out November 10th, 2015. So it's going to be the 5-year anniversary this year. I'm a little way early on this one. And it's when John Connor, leader of the human resistance, leader against Skynet, sends Kyle Reese back to 1984 to protect his mother, Sarah Connor, from a Terminator assassin. Unexpected turn of events creates an altered timeline instead of a scared waitress. Oh man, my dyslexia is getting the best of me right now. Sarah is a skilled fighter and has a Terminator guardian by her side. Faced with unlikely allies and dangerous new enemies, Reese sets out for an unexpected new mission. Reset the Future. Release date November 10th, 2015. Directed by Alan Traylor. Box office $440.6 million. And it was budgeted for $155 million. It did really well in the box office for such a bad film. Like, it is not a very good film in my opinion. In fact, one of the questions was Terminator Genisys a flop on Google? Alright, IMDb is 6.4 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes is 27%. Fandango, 53%. So, it is not one of my favorite Terminator movies. I think, of all the Terminator movies, I think I like this one only slightly above 3. Like, I would rank every other Terminator movie before this one, except 3. Alright, so how many times I lost interest was 12. So quite a lot, and I lost track because I really didn't like it. Alright, so here are my thoughts. I wonder how many times you see the Golden Gate Bridge destroyed in movies. I feel like it's almost a cliche at this point. I can remember 3 offhand, which was X-Men: The Last Stand, iRobot, and this one. Like, whenever you see San Francisco, you know that bridge is going to get destroyed. It never made sense to me why the robots would capture humans instead of just exterminating them on site. They're capturing them, putting them into a camp to exterminate them. It seems pointless. All that does is seem like they are putting them there to revolt. It made no sense to me. Alright, Skynet didn't activate the time travel machine until the perimeter was breached at that facility. Why didn't John Connor wait until the Colorado unit took down Skynet before he attacked the facility? If he already knew they were going to send the machine back, he didn't need to attack the facility. They could have sent the unit in after Skynet was taken down and still send Kyle Reese back. Would have made no difference in the events. If the other T-800 has been waiting for the new one to come up in 1984, why isn't he more prepared? Like, eventually we see Sarah Connor take him down with that huge ass sniper rifle gun. I'm not a gun guy, so I don't know what it was, but we see him take him down. But why didn't he have that in the first place? So Pops didn't have to get into a line drawn fight, and he could have taken him down immediately instead of taking him down. That's stupid. They had the trap for the Liquid Terminator. Like, they had a trap for that, but they didn't have one for the other one. Like, idiotic. In fact, my next thought on the movie was the trap for the Liquid Terminator is pretty cool. With the acid and stuff, it's probably one of the highlights of the movie. Like, there isn't many highlights of the movie. That one, and then my next thought here is Sarah Connor's relationship with Pops is pretty cool. It's another highlight of the movie. And, like, those are the only two really good things I can talk about this movie. Like, those are the only two things I really think about when I think about this movie. So I just got to the part where we find out John Connor is a Terminator, which would have been a cool twist and all if they didn't show it in the fucking trailer. Which has always been my problem with this movie, is the biggest twist in the whole movie they gave away for free. Basically ruined it. They spoiled their own movie. It's from this part on where I completely lose interest. Like, there's a lot of people that feel, I remember feeling this way seeing the movie too, where the time traveling back to 1984 and they like completely destroyed the canon. And Sarah Connor now needs rescuing. I mean, doesn't need rescuing. It's Kyle that needs rescuing. They feel like it was a big slap in the face. I remember seeing it and going into the movie, I remember seeing the trailers like, well, John Connor's a Terminator now. Alright, well, there's a twist. And because I give a lot of movies a chance and I like going to the theater, I was like, I might as well go see it. So I remember going to see it, and in Marcus Theater in Northern Park, sitting there and seeing how much they changed it from the first one. I remember getting pissed off. I vividly remember getting pissed off. Like, they completely destroyed the canon. And now this one has been completely taken out of the canon. The Terminator canon is so messed up. Because a lot of the movies, like, there's only 2 really good Terminator movies, and Terminator Salvation is a decent one, in my opinion. MRIs are the ex machina machines in movies. Why did Sarah Connor shoot out John? She should have shot the propellers out instead. I mean, she's a pretty accurate shot from what we know. She's been training her whole life. She probably could have shot down the propeller, which would have made it so Pops didn't need to take down the helicopter. She would have already done it. It's stupid. The last fight seems so familiar, like we've seen it in 2 other movies. There was an end credits scene for a sequel that would never come because this movie sucked. Which, considering it made a healthy profit, it's quite funny that they didn't give it a sequel. Instead, they just rebooted the franchise again. And the biggest thing that always stuck in my craw is we never found out who sent back Pops. Ever. In this movie. Never. Alright, so those are my thoughts. Out of 1 out of 10, it's like a 5 for me. It's decent. It's not the worst film in the world. Honestly, I do quite enjoy the first hour of the movie where they're in the what if scenarios of the 1984. I enjoy that a little, like, but once that second hour comes in, I completely check out, like, every time. Recommendations is out of 5, it's a 0 for me. It's not a great movie. So that's all I have to say about this movie. I will see you next time for something, I don't know. Peace out.